Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Corey Whitlock Podcast Show. We got a lot to talk about, and just like Donald Trump. So we'll get going in a minute. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to the Corey Whitlock Podcast Show. And now we're back. And we can talk about, I don't know what's going on with Donald Trump and everything. And I heard of there was some shooting over the weekend. And there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. But I've been working on getting my podcast up to date. Stuff like that, and also get ready for the sci-fi stories. So, I'm paying y'all for what's to come in the Corey Whitlock Podcast Show, and it's just a lot of stuff going on, but all I know is, all I can do is tell y'all to pray. You know, I mean, we asked for this president. We didn't ask for this president, and really don't care about him. And there's just too much things that we found and what's going on about him and why he's president and all that. So, I would say a lot of things, you know, but we get what we asked for, and that's what we got. We got a dictator and his piece of trash vice president, piece of trash Secretary of Defense, and piece of trash Speaker of the House. And they just let him do what he wanted to do. And that's all I'm going to comment on all that madness. Now, I don't know that he ever sent troops to Chicago, and I don't know what's going on with that either. That's definitely being a dictator and making the United States a third world country. That's something that the China president would do, and North Korea president would do, and of course the dickhead Putin would do, you know. But a president like this, I've never seen it before. I've never seen this. This is the worst of the worst. But they say we at the last days, and we finally, hopefully, we'll accept that. And the reason I've been away because of my birthday and Ashley's birthday and Donald's birthday, and didn't really have no contact or topic to talk about, but I decided to just get on here and talk. But yeah, thank you for all the states and all the countries for listening from everywhere, wherever you listen to, wherever you listen at, or wherever you listen with. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Keep on listening. I'm also on Podbean. Thank you for the listeners on Podbean. Thank you. And all the listeners on all other formats. But we here, we definitely at the days that we thought we won't be at. And it's just, to me, I'm just speechless. I don't know what to say about it. It's just like a Star Trek movie is never going to be made at Paramount. They keep talking about it. And that's what Donald Trump is. He just like a Star Trek movie. And we just gotta be careful, Now, I want to talk to you about Warner Brothers. I heard that Warner Brothers is gave a green light to do Knight Rider and Earhart. Y'all remember Knight Rider and Earhart? Yeah, they gave a green light to do Knight Rider. I looked this stuff up on YouTube and all, and I would say they going to back to a lot of stuff. Now, I don't know if they're going to make the $6 Million Man and the Born on It Woman. But y'all remember those TV shows, the Born on It Woman and the $6 Million Man, Nighthawk, and of course Knight Rider. Well, as I know, like I said, I don't know about the $6 Million Man or Born on It Woman, but the green light has been lit for I don't know if it's going to be on Netflix or Amazon or going to be in the movie theater. Now, I don't know about this. Y'all can look it up. But it is going to be a Knight Rider movie. Now, I don't know if David Hasselhoff going to star in it or do a cameo. But that's up to y'all to look at. Y'all Knight Rider fans, Airhawk fans, y'all can look that up and see what's going on with that. Keep it updated. If y'all YouTubers, just put it on your YouTube page. Do a video about it and everything. I'm just getting the word out there that it is going to be a Knight Rider movie. And they got the green light to do it. So, and I might either go see it or watch it, What else? Oh, Fallout Season 2. I'm waiting for that. It's supposed to be coming on Amazon. I think, hopefully, very soon. Because it's nothing like the old days when they did this go make movies and it'd be out, and the time and coming soon and everything and all of that good stuff. Now you gotta wait for a whole year for at least one season, and you only get 10, 12 episodes, and you've been waiting for a whole season for it. And TV shows ain't like they used to be. I mean, you gotta wait for a whole season just to get 10 episodes. Come on now. That's not right. I remember episodes used to be 26, 27, 26 episodes a season, fall, winter, and then the rest of winter and spring and half of summer, and then you get the season finale So, I don't know what happened to those good days. Y'all figured it out. But that's where we at too. 10 episodes. And boy, we came a long way from a lot of things, guys. Like I said, I don't know what's going on that much in the news and all. I haven't been watching the news. I give myself a break in the news. So, but I do know, so far, Grand Theft Auto GTA 6 is still on schedule to be released in May the 26th. I'm sure that's what everybody is looking for. And telling you, all you gamers, that's going to be the game of probably half of the century. This right here is going to be, I mean, there's already talk on it right now. Got a lot of stuff on YouTube about it. No, but and I really can't wait to see what's going on. What's going on with that game? I mean, I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 with the story and the online. Then I played the online version with this online thing. See, I got two versions of 5, Grand Theft Auto 5. I got the story and online version, and I got the online version where you just go straight online, and you get the GTA Plus. Now, this is the thing. And I hope Rockstar and Take-Two is listening. Do not take away the sharp cards. And keep the flying cars in Grand Theft Auto, okay? Do not listen to these idiots. Some people love the sharp cars, and we love the flying car. I got 2 flying cars, and I got the undersea car. I got the submarine. I got the yacht. And I just hope that in Grand Theft Auto 6, we get to buy more stuff like houses and property, and we get to buy more businesses and all that. I hope that we get to play as either police or cop, or whatever we want to play. But hopefully that will be on the line, 6, with 6. We get to choose whoever we want to play, and we get to choose, customize our players. But I'm sure Rockstar and Take-Two got all that covered. And of course, single player. We need single player. So I just hope this be more level in Grand Theft Auto 5. And it's going to be better than Grand Theft Auto 5. Now the story, I don't know, but I'm still going to play the story. But I still love the story of 5. I think that's one of the best. 5 is one of the best so far. Until 6 come out. Now, the story of 6 is pretty good. But I don't think it's going to be better than 5. That's my opinion. It might be. A lot of people might like the story. But I definitely know it's going to be better than 5. 5 is old. And it's been running for a while. And I think Rockstar is going to keep letting it run. until everybody is over on 6 and online come out. But it might still be running even when we get Grand Theft Auto 6 online. Both of them might be still running. I mean, people put a lot in Grand Theft Auto 5. The money, the shop cars, they built their empire in there. So hopefully they'll find a way to keep it going for good. It will be one of the longest running online games, right behind Star Trek Online. And I just hope you keep it running, you know. And that's just one of the things I want to talk about. And so, another thing I just want to talk about, you got to keep faith. No matter where you come from, what you do, how you do it, you got to keep faith. And sometimes I forget when I get up, thank God for what I got and everything. I forget a lot. You're supposed to thank God when you wake up. You're supposed to thank God in the midday and at night before you go to bed. But a lot of people like me, I forget sometimes. But God understands, because He's a loving God. And whatever you're going through, just keep your head up. Keep your chest out. And like Tupac said, in every dark tunnel, there's a light. Just handle it, okay? So that's my advice to people who still going through a lot of bullcrap, okay? With an ex-husband or ex-wife, or stupid ass courts with alimony and child support and all the bull crap that come with it, you know. It's going to get better, okay? It's going to get better. And I'm talking to men and women, not only women who have babies just to get child support and all that stuff, just to go on welfare and send a man downtown just to get money off of him. I'm talking to the men too. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. It's good for the woman, it's good for the man. The man need advice just like you do. You know, he may be going through more than you will. You're a woman, you can go get that stuff. So it's hard for a man, you know, especially when he was told that he can't come back to his house. He had for over 10 years and all, because his wife don't want him no more. All because of a stupid thing he did. Maybe he want to still want to be working to become an actor or work in the movie industry. He still got that dream, and his wife get mad at him because he wanted that dream to go. She want to work at Toilet Bowls or work at a McDonald's managing a bunch of children and all that, or work at some Walmart or Target making, you know, he's a writer and he want to write and he want to do things bigger and all, but he don't have her support, and then she brings in other people to be on her side, her side. So that's how some people are, you know. I mean, what I did, I kept working until I got to my dream, my goals, and I set each goal. I kept on working a regular job until I got the computers, I got the printer and everything that I needed, you know. And I just kept practicing, writing, and I knew it. I'm going to break through it one day. A lot of people encouraged me, like the fellows that I used to work at Walmart with, encouraged me. When I was homeless, one guy told me that I'm going to be a great writer. That's encouraged. But I never heard it from Candy Lynn Clark, the woman that I married. I never heard it from her that I was going to be a great writer. It never came out of her mouth. And that's how I know that she's my downfall. So, I'm not saying that your wife or husband is not thinking about it and not supporting you because they're not saying it or that you're going to be, but that husband or that wife want to be a writer or something more greater, support her, support him, okay? And all the last kid is going to college, go, support him. He might just make it, no matter how old you are. There's no age limit on your dream. No age limit, okay? Dreams don't have no age limit. You do get old, but dreams don't have no age limit. Like me, I'm 56 now, and I'm on this computer. I got my podcast. I'm getting ready to start my YouTube channel. I'm going to start another podcast, science fiction stories. Then I'm going to start another one after that, true crime stories. And then I'm going to do my YouTube at the same time, my podcast. And then I'm going to keep on traveling. And I'm going to get my license. I had my permit many times. And I'm 56. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up until they hand me my license. And that's just the way it is. So I know I'm going to get it. I've been behind the wheel. I drove. So just have faith in God, and I will achieve all my dreams. And also get a real phone like an iPhone instead of just Android crap. But I thank God for some of the stuff that I do have right now, like the old computers, laptops, 2013, 2012 Max computer. Just 2 laptops, probably around 2009 or 2008. They still work, but I guess or maybe 2015, 2013 computers, laptops. One of them fold backwards. So those computers came out around 2010. They fold backwards and they can come out like a tablet. Y'all remember when they first came out? So I don't know what the year they came out, but I finally got one of those. And I used to take them with me to work, but I keep them home now. But look at all the stuff that I've been through. And I replaced all the clothes that I lost. I got me a new desk. Got me a table where it folds up, that I can take with me this time. And I got a new desk where I put my printer on. But I didn't get one of those L desks like I did when I was at Howard Park. This time I got a folding one where I can take with me in case something do happen. Only thing I gotta get in habit on is paying my rent. And my rent is only $375. Rent and board. And I ain't paid for September. So I promise my fans when I get paid again, I'm coming on here and I'm gonna tell y'all that I paid my rent. So pray that I keep my place here, because I love it here and I love my job and I love my roommates and staff and all, and just pray that I keep my position here and Shams won't do anything, because I'm happy here, I'm safe here. Now I was at 15 Village Road After I left Howell Park, I went to 15 Village Road in Pikesville. I lost that because I let Candy and Jessica come live with me, and I violated my contract with that. But I didn't want my grandson to be on the streets because Candy Lynn Clark couldn't pay her rent. And she didn't know how to, and she's slow. My ex-wife that I'm talking about. And I didn't do it for her or Jessica. I did it for my grandson. And keep them from being on the street. Even though he made a lot of noise and the people called. And sometimes they had to let them go. They had to stay outside overnight. They come back in the morning. But all of that is over with now, and moving on from that, and just hope I never cross paths with her again. And I missed everything else on Maya and Michael's. I really don't want to miss his wedding. But he moved to Arizona, and this one have to miss his wedding, because I might not have the money to go, but I forgive all the people who lied to him, who told him lies about me, like Art and Richcroft, and all the people who didn't help us, and all that. I will never forget, but I'll forgive. And I don't have to appreciate the things they agree with, because I don't agree with what they was thinking, what they did, or what they were saying, because they were all lies. And the two fellas who were supposed to be working with me, it was just chaos. But got through it all. So, and I'm sure y'all guys came into a similar situation, and I did. They said some people have it worse than you do. And this is my calling, to talk to y'all. Tell y'all what Jesus did for me, And I'm on my way. I'm getting my driver's license. I went to Los Angeles. I went to Gary, Indiana. And I'm going to Chicago. And I'm doing my mini trip to New York twice a month now. I'm planning that. These things I never did before, I'm doing now. Know why? Because I thank God, grateful. I thank God every day. Just sometimes I just go in the cleaning closet, and just start thanking Him for everything. And somehow it works. Believe me, it works. Guys, Jesus is real, okay? He's real. He's more real than anything, your cars, your keys, your little bit of money in the bank or pocket, your little bit of sex that you have. He's way better than all those things, okay? And it's time to wake up. It's just time to wake up. This is no church. There's no church podcast or nothing. I'm just talking about what He did for me and what He can do for you. That's all. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a reverend. I'm not none of that. I don't even know how to preach like a preacher at all. But I do know my testimony and what I've been through. Because I do know my story. And I do know who helped me in my journey and my story. His name starts with a J. So I do know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about me. And He can do the same for you. Start a podcast. Start a YouTube channel. Do something. Do an Uber. Do a Lyft.
It's 19 hours.
do something to start off. But stop feeling sorry for yourself. It's not good. We'll be right back. Welcome back, people. Welcome back. That's the two fellas from GTA 5, and they was asked if they ever played a video game. The guy that played Travis, and he said he's not a gamer. But that's fascinating. He played in a video game, but he's not a gamer. But he like books, so maybe he might read my book. You know, might come across my book. But that's very fascinating to hear. But the black guy and the guy who played Travis was the guy the interviewer was talking about. He asked him the question. But I just want to know how many of y'all start playing video games when GTA 5 came out. Some of y'all probably were never gamers. And GTA 5 came out and changed your life, you know. How many lives did it change all over the world? Changed mine. It really did. I mean, to this day, this game, this is amazing. Right after I get off of this, I'm going to play it. But it's a hook-on game, you know. It's a hook-on game. And I'm a single man now, too, so I'm really not trying to find nobody, but I do want somebody to travel with. I want a female to travel with. But I'm not trying to find nobody, you know. It's like, do I really want somebody, or do I don't want somebody? I mean, I might have to get up my games and stuff like that. Or maybe she might be understandable, you know. And I also want to be successful too, so be able to take care of her and treat her like a queen and everything. That way, when she want to go travel by herself, she will have the money. All she have to do is go get it, because be in the bank for her, you know. I mean, if she want to go out with her friends, hang out with, I don't care if she have male or female friends, don't matter to me. You know, I've been there, I've been married, you know. And best thing sometimes is to let your woman be free. And you know how to bring her back home, and she will come home to you, you know. Same with your man. But you just gotta let them free, you know. Just let them give some space to each other. I mean, she go out with her friends, all I'm gonna do is hang out, play video games till she come home, you know. There's nothing out there. Not in this age. Not in this days and age. And me, I like the young woman, like maybe 35 to 45, you know, 47, you know, that way. And the reason for that is I'm the older guy, and who knows what might happen. And my book do good, my podcast do good. It comes, more of my books become a movie, a TV show, and stuff like that. That money will be transferred to her, you know. If she's still young, it'll be transferred down to her, and anything happened to me. And thanks for me, she'll be wealthy, you know. And that's the way I see it, you know. That's, and give that young queen a chance in life, you know. And she will honor that. She will never forget that, you know. And she will always think of me for doing that. And I will definitely leave her a nice will. And I'm total successful. House, make sure the bills is paid, make sure everything taken care of, so she can live her life, you know. She might want to get married again, and I totally support that, you know. And that's the way I feel, you know. But hopefully some of y'all guys will feel like that too, you know. I mean, I know they said it's not that much a good woman or a good man out there, but just gotta keep looking. You don't owe nobody from your past anything, right? God took those people out for a reason. He took those people out your life for a reason. And whatever the hell they was, children, wives, ex-wives, boyfriends, he took them, he saw something in them, and he took them out your life, right? He rearranged your life. And as long as you keep breathing, he's going to keep rearranging it. There's going to be people that are going to take advantage of you, you know. And oh boy, jeez, it's just crazy stuff, man. And another thing is, next topic, there's a lot of Michael Jackson stuff that's on that YouTube, and the man been dead for a while, and they just talk a lot about Michael. It's a lot of contact on Michael online, and there's more contact than it is about Michael Jackson than it is the president. What that tell you? Let that sink in. But I mean, what's more to talk about? We're waiting for the Barrow movie to come out, but what's more to talk about? if they don't move that back again. But we waiting for the Bible movie come out about him. It's supposed to be, now they're saying it's supposed to be 2 parts. But it's been released. But it's been released in October. Right now, next month. And they moved it back. So, how many of y'all gonna go see the Michael Jackson Bible movie? I mean, it's supposed to have a lot of different stuff we never saw before. We know over 100% about Michael from day one to time he left the earth. And hopefully this movie has more in it. And how about last week game, Sunday, when all those special teams blocked the field goal? I mean, that was so funny. The special teams, I forgot the teams that had to block the field goals, but we had a lot of special teams last Sunday. Let me see if I can find this. They got some stuff on Larson's face. But, about Dawn and the oldest kissing. I mean, I told you YouTube got a lot of stuff. Let's listen to this. See what's going on. You just listen.
Now we gotta go help people customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Yeah, but where's the golf cart?
When you look at the show, there are times when we're biting our lips from laughing. I'm trying not to laugh. It was a perfect time for a show like Lost in Space.
She floated through space as Judy Robinson. But what really happened behind the scenes was anything but weightless. For years, Marta Kristen stayed quiet about what unfolded on set, about the choices, the tensions, and the moments no script ever captured.
When it was in black and white, it was really much more science fiction than it was. I think people really very interested. I think there was strong need to make our show more of a cartoon.
Now, she's opening up. What made her nearly walk away before the journey even began? What did she see that fans never did? One detail, long buried, brings a whole new layer to the story. And it all started in a place far from Hollywood, ready to uncover what's been waiting in the wings, from orphanage to outer space. Marta Kristen's life began in the shadow of World War II, under circumstances far removed from the glamour of Hollywood. Born Birgit Annalisa Ruusanen in Oslo, Norway, Kristen was the daughter of a Finnish mother and a German soldier father who was slain during the war. Because of her parentage and the racial purity doctrines of the Nazi regime, she was placed in an underground orphanage to avoid being taken into Hitler's Lebensborn program, a state-sponsored initiative designed to breed racially pure children. These early years, marked by war and uncertainty, would later serve as a testament to her quiet resilience. In 1949, at just 4 years old, she was adopted by an American couple from Detroit, Professor Harold Soderquist, an educator at Wayne University, and his wife. Her new parents renamed her Marta Kristen, and she began a new life, in the United States. The transition from war-torn Europe to post-war America was dramatic, but it offered stability and opportunity. Kristen later recalled her adoptive father's academic background and her family's support as being instrumental in shaping her outlook. Despite being an immigrant, she quickly adapted and excelled in her new environment, attending Santa Monica High School after the family relocated to California during her father's sabbatical. Kristen happened to fall into acting almost by accident. As a teen, she was discovered in a restaurant by James Harris, the producer of Lolita. Of course, since the part was most controversial and she was still a minor, that offer didn't go anywhere, with her parents turning it down right away. However, she managed to leave a significant impression on Harris, who ended up helping her land an agent. Soon after, Kristen started landing roles in some of the more prominent television series of the time. Some early credits included an episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents, ironically opposite her future Lost in Space co-star Billy Mooney, and guest appearances on The 11th Hour and the Disney film Savage Sam. Before auditioning for Lost in Space, Marta Kristen had an impressive resume that also told a more interesting personal story than her screen credits. Born an orphan in hiding, she was adopted into America and eventually grew up to be a promising young actress in Hollywood. It was most extraordinary. In many ways, Judy Robinson seemed to replicate the real-life story of the young actress's adaptation, courage, and going into unknown territory. The early revamps, early period of displacement and reinvention, fell under her feet for a truly earthy view to be added to her character, and later thinking on fame and identity. Yet even with momentum building, one casting room would leave her stunned. A star almost born. Long before she became known as Judy Robinson in Lost in Space, Marta Kristen came close to landing a role in one of the most beloved musicals of all time, The Sound of Music. Released in 1965, the film starred Julie Andrews and featured Angela Cartwright, Kristen's future Lost in Space castmate, as Brigitte von Trapp. Kristen was called in for a screen test and seemed a promising fit for the Von Trapp family. However, to her surprise, she was ultimately turned down for the part, not for a lack of ability, but because producers deemed her too sexy for the wholesome family film. Kristen was just 20 years old at the time, and the label was both confusing and frustrating. In a 2021 Fox News interview, she candidly shared that she never viewed herself in that way. "I didn't think of myself as sexy. I was a Norwegian Midwesterner," she said. For a young actress still trying to establish her identity in Hollywood, being typecast based on appearance rather than talent was a disorienting experience. It revealed early on the double standards of the industry, especially for women, where being attractive could paradoxically close as many doors.
Well, that's the story of Margaret, who played Julie Robinson on Lost in Space, and kind of interesting story. People, it's come to that time, and it's time to go. And I'd like to thank everyone. Just remember, Two-Story Crime is coming in December, probably moving back to January, and Stories of Science Fiction is coming in October or November. I'm working on that as we speak. The first episode of the series. So, and it's called Black Sea. It's about Captain Blackwell and his crew on a journey in the Black Sea. What they call the Black Sea is called space. They call it the Black Sea space. and he called it the Black Sea. And this is a series on the podcast. And we go on an adventure with the captain in the USS Infinity. And they go on a journey to something like Star Trek and Star Wars, but kind of different. And the script is going to be read by AI, and it's going to be 45 to 50 minutes long, and it's going to be a good script, okay? And I hope everybody enjoy it. It probably won't be no special effects in it and all, just storytelling. And so it will be coming out probably in late October, early November. The first series, and stories of science fiction. And there's going to be other episodes and series in that category on that podcast. You're going to get 10 episodes, probably 10 or 15 episodes, Black Sea, and then going to be the season finale. Then we're coming back probably around January, and then we're going to give you 10 or 15 more, and then after that, and then going to be, and then another episode, another series going to be with that too. And you get the same thing with that. And of course the regular podcast, Corey Whitlock Podcast Show. And then you're going to get true crimes. Now, I don't know if it's going to be based on real crime or if it's going to be a detective story. I haven't figured that out yet. But things are going with this, like, something like Law and Order. So, look for that, people. Look for that. True crime stories and stories of science fiction and the regular show, Corey Whitlock Podcast Show. Getting it all. And then we bring in some more podcasts to light. So enjoy. Have a great day. Have a great week. If I don't do any more podcasts by the week, I'll get them up sometime before October is over. And don't worry, I'm not sick or nothing. Just got over a cold and all, but I'm not sick. And I sound like I felt different from the last podcast. No different. Healthy as ever. Feel good as ever. Blessed as ever. Keep God first. Keep Jesus first. Live long and prosper. May the force of Jesus be with you. And I love you all. All my fans. I love you. Keep listening. Thank you. God bless.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.